first king of the northern kingdom of Israel. I tell you what, today, let's start out with today's moment of evangelical garbage. I'm Randy White, author of Evangelical Garbage, How Evangelicalism is Confused, Manipulative, and Downright Dangerous. And today comes from social media. I'm in a group of pastors, and here's what one of them posted. I'm currently serving as a senior pastor at a Southern Baptist church in Louisiana. Can I stop right there? There's only one pastor in a church. I know that for a long time there's been the youth pastor and the music pastor and the green-eyed stepchildren pastor and, the senior pastor and the junior pastor. But there's really just a pastor. A church has a pastor, and then it might have a pastoral staff that helps out the pastor, which means the church is probably too big. But nonetheless, it has a pastor. But that's not the evangelical garbage. That's semantics. I can take it or leave it. But he goes on to say, God has been leading me to move on to my next stage of ministry. I'm willing to relocate. I'm a teaching pastor with a wife and 4 kids. That means I'm willing to relocate if the salary is good enough for supporting my wife and my 4 kids. Now listen, if God is really leading you, he says he is, God is leading me to move on to my next stage of ministry. Do it. Follow the will of God, the voice of God, the whisper that he's giving in your heart. Put in your resignation and get out of there. Why would you want to stay any longer if God is leading me to move to my next stage of ministry? This is mysticism. And Baptist preachers, Southern Baptist preachers, pretty much evangelical pastors of all stripes, have been fed this mystical garbage for so long that they don't even realize that what they mean to say is, I'm sick of this place and I want out of here. I'm ready to go on to another place. I don't like these people, or I'm frustrated, or I don't like the weather here, or, this place is dying on the vine, whatever the issue is. I don't even know the guys, but I used to talk like this, and others I would hear, talk like this. And what this means is, let me give you the Baptist interpretation of God's been leading me to move on to my next stage of ministry, is, would you guys help me find a job? I want out of here. I want a new job. I want a new challenge. I want a new scenery. I want a new house, whatever it is. I want a bigger salary. I don't know what it is. But why don't we who are preachers just be honest? This is my desire, my wants, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong at all with a pastor saying, I've been here 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 100 years, and I'm ready for something different. I have visions of big things, whatever. Paul said to Timothy, if a man desireth the office of a bishop, he desires a good thing. So I think we who are preachers can come along and say, I don't need the mystical leadership of God, because it's probably just my feelings. And there's nothing wrong really with your feelings. You got to check them. You got to see what they are. But hey, if for whatever reason your skill level or whatever is beyond or below where you're at, everybody hates you there, or whatever it is, just go look for a job. How's that? That's today's moment of evangelical garbage, trying to get us out of mysticism, guised as spirituality. Thanks for joining us for that. Now let's get into today's biblical